Hi, I'm Grant.
And I'm Kathy. Welcome back to our Change How You Think weekly video podcast.
If you'd like to hear from us every week, then subscribe to our video by clicking on the weekly video tab at the top of this page, fill in the subscription form, and you'll get our free ebook, Healthy Moods.
Well, the world has changed dramatically in the past few weeks. Do you realize that only 4 months ago, no one had ever heard of COVID-19? And in 3 months, it has terrorized the entire planet, and it's on our doorstep.
Our way of life has been upended. We can't go to work or church, shop, or even visit with friends. Everyone is afraid of an invisible, previously unknown invader. It's not only threatening our health, but our economy and personal finances. Fear is now a way of life.
We've never seen anything like it in our lifetimes. I think it would be safe to say there is something very strange going on in both the natural and spiritual worlds. I know some of you are thinking it's time to call the Avengers, but we have some more practical suggestions for you.
The Bible is full of stories of how God helped people facing storms. In Matthew 8, the disciples were caught in a storm. The boat was taking on water and they thought they were going to die. So how did Jesus handle it?
He was asleep in the back of the boat and he's probably getting wet. And you can bet the boat was tossing pretty badly. Why was he able to sleep? It was because he had a different perspective on the storm. When the disciples woke him up, his response was, "Why are you so afraid? Is your faith so small?" From his perspective, this was a temporary annoyance which he dealt with easily.
Jesus wants us to take the same approach to the storms as he did. He never got upset because his close relationship with the Father. So when you face a storm like this pandemic or any other storm, remember how Jesus handled it. Ask Jesus for his perspective on the storm. What does he want you to know about it? And how should you respond?
There's another great example of how to handle a storm in 2 Chronicles chapter 20. Jerusalem was being attacked by a vastly superior army. Logic would say the situation was hopeless. It was a severe storm for them. But King Jehoshaphat did a wise thing. He asked God for his perspective of the situation.
The prophet then gave him God's battle strategy. They were to march out against the enemy, but put the worshipers in front of the soldiers. The Bible says that as they began to worship, the enemy was defeated.
So here's the second strategy. After you've asked God for his perspective, then worship him. Worship brings the presence of God into your situation so he can defeat your fears. When you're in his presence, you can fall asleep in the storm.
If you'd like to learn more about the 3 causes and solutions to fear, worry, and anxiety, why don't you join us in the Free Your Mind program? It's our step-by-step online video guide to taking back control of your internal world. Just click on the link below this video to subscribe.
And we'll talk to you again next week, but this week, remember to worship every time you feel overwhelmed and talk to Jesus about how you're feeling. Now, you better go wash your hands because you've been talking to us.